And speaking of no happy faces, welcome to episode 151 of Heresy Accountabilibuddies. Yay! Welcome back from Thanksgiving. I hope everybody that participates in Thanksgiving had a good Thanksgiving. But before we go into talking about Turkey Day, we're not talking about Turkey Day. Talking about how we fixed our turkey, we're not talking about how we fixed our turkey, and how many deviled eggs you can put away in one sitting. I'm Jack, followed by my hosts of
Brian,
Duncan,
Jamie,
and John.
My record was 48 in one sitting. So,
oh my god,
I don't like that one.
And Dave.
I could not imagine the gas coming out of you.
it was.
All right, hold on. I have to take some attention here. Jack?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, did you have deviled eggs for Thanksgiving this year?
Yes, it was. Yes, I had the in-laws deviled eggs this year.
Okay. So the Thanksgiving I had, we had no deviled eggs because of my already existing gaseous issues.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Specifically because of that. So.
Yeah,
I made deviled
they were
eggs.
verboten.
The in-laws deviled eggs don't hit me like home-cooked deviled eggs.
Yeah, I made deviled eggs, and the kids were throwing a fit because I put too much mustard in them.
Oh no!
I was like, they're deviled eggs. What's the problem here?
Deviled eggs are good for you.
I don't put any mustard in my deviled eggs, but this is not a deviled eggs podcast. Even though John has a business that's roughly an hour northeast of him that does sell all the deviled eggs that you could want. But before we talk about more deviled eggs, let's do a quick station identification.
Do you love resin bases? Then go to our sponsor, Elric Hobbies, for all of your basing and basing accessory needs. Use code HeresyABB at checkout for a discount. Legendary Monument Hobbies. Monument Hobbies is a one-stop shop for all of your painting needs. Use code HeresyABB at checkout for a 5% discount on your purchase. Pop Goes the Monkey. Find maker of third-party accessory bits of arms, legs, backpacks, and more, where you can get 10% off your first order over $125 with code HeresyABB at checkout.
So let's do a quick station identification. And thank you to our patrons also. Without you, Duncan would not be one step closer away from doing a Ultramarines army, which is just fantastic. And you can help by joining our patrons. You can be a paid member or a non-paid member. Either one help the curs, and you want to help the curs. So, before Duncan goes on his tirade or his head explodes, hey John, what did you hobby on in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, so I took the Monday after Thanksgiving off to get some more hobby work done. So first thing I did was I picked up a big old tank factory that my friend built for me out of some MDF kits that I had. I stopped by my folks to cut out a bunch of bases for all the tables that I'm building. Started working on more of my Sentinels, so pulled out the heavy Sentinels that I'd bought from Max Mini. When I bought them from the Kickstarter, they were resin cast, and now they're 3D printed, and they're covered in all the supports that are still there. So I was chipping those off because they don't really cut off, they chip off because of whatever weird freaking resin they used, and
Have you
chipped all those apart.
Have you put them in warm water?
I've got a couple left. I'll try that.
It may help.
Yeah, it's just the last like millimeter or so that's stuck on them. It's just annoying as hell.
Oh yeah.
And then all the printed HISS tanks I had for Sentinels that I got a buddy to print, I cleaned those up and sanded those down, and then washed and cleaned them. And then I textured and added a bunch of little extra gribblies to 4 of the 5 Frontierist buildings that I've been working on. Facebook's been advertising this little ball ornament thing that's like a video player in an ornament. They use it for like displaying Sauron and some other stuff. I picked it up, that'd be kind of cool for the photo booth that I'm building for all the commanders. And so I went on AI and told it to generate me some 40K ships, wireframes that are spinning, and I got those uploaded into the cool little ball. And then my battle foam came in for the Fellblade without a turret, and I put the Fellblade I'm working on in that.
Looked a little tight.
Yeah, it's a little tight, so Can't add any stowage or anything on the sides, but it's sponsonless and turretless, so it makes sure it fits in the two of them side by side in the tray with a little extra room for a turret laying down beside it, so it takes up less vertical space than it normally does. But that's really everything I got through. What about Jack?
See here, for my hobby progress, I worked on Thunder something. I don't know. It was something.
Thundercats? You worked on
Stormbird
Thundercats.
or Thunderhawk?
It was the little
Storm Eagle?
no, it's like the fighter, like it has like
Fighter?
four
Siphon?
autocannons and two.
Thunderbolt?
There we go.
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolts, like just like
Or was it a
the
lightning?
just like the movie.
Was it a lightning or a thunderbolt? Because I thought the Marines didn't use thunderbolts anymore.
I look. I found it. I liked it, and I printed it. So I mean, I procured it. That's the word I'm looking for. And it's not a lightning, and it's not an Avenger, and it's not me passing this off to Jamie since he's sitting over here busting my balls over what I have.
You have everything. I'm not going to say why you have everything, but you have everything.
Look, people
So-
have to have hobbies.
And they do.
We do. We do.
Yours is collecting like a Pokemon trainer.
It's like a bad habit.
Jack is so cool. He's got a hobby for his hobby.
My hobby at this point is painting the stuff that I may have found in my garage.
So, I have not done a whole lot. I've been printing stuff. I've been press ganged again. And then when I wasn't press ganged, I printed some more stuff. So, it's dropping. So anyways, you probably can't see it. So those are shell casings I 3D printed for the AA cannons on the Titan.
Here, let me. I blew your screen up if you want to show it again.
Okay. So hold on. Y'all see that?
Yes.
Yep,
Mhm.
shell casings.
So that's one of the turrets, right?
Yep.
There's another turret.
Show me shell
It's dropping
casings.
shell casings. Those are all shell casings all over the 3D printed shell casings all over the top of the Titan, which I think you can see now.
Mhm.
Yep.
And the space up in the front where there's not, like up in this area right there, that's where like the crew is going to stand. But the idea was to make it look like a World War II like battleship in the Pacific, where they're just shooting, and they don't have time to clean off the deck. So I've been doing that, and like as I said, these are all 3D printed shell casings. It took, I think I printed at one time like 650, 700 shell casings, like autocannon
Nice.
shell casings. And then I had to paint them all. So then I airbrushed them and washed them and stuff. And so, yeah, that's what I've done. No clue on when the transfers are coming in. Kind of miffed about that. So what I've started doing now is I have started getting the crew and the Titan guard models built. I started on those. And then I'm also working on getting some Dark Angel Dreadwing stuff done for the event in January here in Alabama. So I've been a little busy.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Not John level busy, but busy. Who hasn't gone? Brian?
I have not. Duncan has not.
Okay. Well, how about you, Brian?
I have not touched any models of late. Kind of rather quickly determined that I will be moving in the near future, so I've been focusing on packing up, getting things ready for that. I did manage to get in a game of the new Zone Mortalis and Horus Heresy 3rd Edition. My buddy and I played a 1,500 point game of Terminal Control Zone Mortalis Mission 2, and it was a tremendous amount of fun. Using your intelligence soft stat to interact with objectives to make them a different value was very different, very good. Also, between the two of us, I think we failed to open a door 5 or 6 times, which is pretty awesome considering he's got a master's degree and I have a hunting license, which is an inside joke between us.
What are you forklift certified?
Exactly. So my plasma gun support squad spent half the game staring at a door that they were furiously trying to open, while his cataphracti terminators were on the other side, also furiously trying to open it.
All I
And
see in my head
eventually
is
we got
two
there.
Marines, 2 squads of Marines on either side of this door, both fumbling with keys, and right as one starts to unlock it, the other side starts to unlock it, and the keys just mess one another up, and the pin's not falling right. Yeah, that's funny in my
Oh, yeah.
head.
I think
was
what really
great.
happened is one guy pushed it to open, the other at the exact same time the guy pushed it to close, and they just kept doing that over and over.
Every time about dude,
They
where's
all
my car?
forgot. They all forgot the infamous janitor key ring. Couldn't find the keys.
Yeah. But anyway, it was a blast. The only thing I would think could make the game more enjoyable, or at least that mission in particular, since it has 4 objectives in a cross shape. If you got rid of the objectives closest to the 2 deployment zones and just did the 3 down the middle, it would force more of an interaction between the 2 armies, and you wouldn't have a unit just kind of camping one objective, but it was still a good time. My friend Tony's notorious for failing any leadership check he's required to make, and I also pulled a few of those myself. I hit him with a Phosphex bomb off a destroyer squad, which made some Crimson Paladins as well as a Centurion command squad run away in absolute panic. Fortunately, though, they were able to regain their wits and come back charging and beat the crap out of my guys. But it was still pretty funny. So that was the extent of my hobbying, was testing out this game and determining, yes, it is still fun for you all. How about you, Duncan?
My hobby time and energy got eaten up in the past 2 weeks, unfortunately, by a bit of criminal activity that happened involving my house getting robbed. Stuff was stolen. It's a thing. It's not been a fun thing, but it's mostly dealt with. Now it's up to cops to deal with the rest of it. Beyond that, I got the next Predator and the next Vindicator all blued up, got them blended. I got the bases for the tactical guys I worked on before finally all in. I was missing some. I got them with their base colors down, and I got my next. I think I got my champion built. So that's that. Not anywhere near as productive as I hoped I would be. Life sucks sometimes. That's how it is. That's it. That's all for me.
Hold on, Duncan.
Yep.
Are you sure they didn't break in and leave you in Ultramarines Army?
Nope. They did not break in and leave anything, except fingerprints. They left fingerprints. Yeah. Anyway, and they left a lot of anxiety in the family about things like this happening in the future.
It's unfortunate.
It was, but at this point, there's fucking all I can do about any of it. We had already ordered cameras because of stuff going on and our dislike of it. The cameras showed up the day before the break-in, which was the day before Thanksgiving. And on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, when I was going to put them up in the afternoon when I got home, my wife came home from shopping and found a guy crawling out of our window with a backpack that had stuff in it, and he took off. Yeah, it's a thing. Anyhow, that's my horrible story. If anyone wants to know more, they can reach out to me, and I can explain to them exactly how horrible this shit is. But so that's hobby.
So I think that takes us over to GW Jack Shit News.
Absolutely. But first, this weekend we had the release of some stuff that was on for pre-order last weekend that we didn't cover. All the Necromunda stuff. Normally we try not to go too in-depth in these, but I saw something that was actually pretty cool. First off, this new Necromunda book is while stocks last, so if you're interested in Necromunda fluff, I recommend getting it as soon as possible. The Underhive hangers on are 6 Citadel miniatures in plastic. 65 plastic components to build 6 models.
Go back up and show the guy with the rifle.
That's the best you're gonna get on him.
I don't think that's very, very good picture wise, but I think that guy right there, from everything I've seen on him when I took a closer look myself, I think he would be awesome for like a sniper for cults or solar rocks.
Yep. That's usually why I bring up Necromunda models, is just because they're good for cults and solar rocks.
Sorry.
Just for the conversion.
Yeah, he just looks cool.
He'd also be good for that character we got in Scout Armor from Legacies.
He would.
But not only were these guys in plastics, so was the Ostium Marthunthus guy, the special character in the gilded suit. He's a plastic model as well.
So, we've talked about this before. I think they're getting forced to have to go over to everything into plastic.
Yep.
So
it's kind of cool to see, though, because this normally would be like a $60 resin model. Now it's a $40 plastic kit.
No, I'm not complaining that it's plastic. I'm just saying everybody should expect a lot more of this stuff to come out in plastic than resin. So.
Yep.
Health and safety.
Not going to complain.
It's also cool to be able to get this model at your local GW or local friendly game store instead of having to special order it, wait, hope they don't sell out, etc., etc.
Yep.
And then also, obviously, the Hollow Knight Justicars,
those are pretty cool.
Squats, and then the weapons team also released. Coming up next week, as Jack alluded to, Jack and Squat. So we've got the Squig Slipper Socks and Squig Mega Hoodie are coming out next week. And Death World, Ye Old Catachin book is being released as an audiobook. And that's it.
Right. Oh, we should also probably mention the book. The book one of the Scouring has dropped in both audiobook and ebook form.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to get it.
We got a scoop from one of our FLGSs that said that the where'd it go?
Breacher / Terminator.
The Siege box, which is going to be the 12 new Cataphracti, 10 Breachers, and a Leviathan box, should be coming out on January 10th, and rumored to be $215 US.
Which is about what we figured. It's going to be.
It's not a terrible price, considering my guess is the Terminators are going to go up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I would expect them to.
I'm not stressed about the Leviathan or the Terminators. All I really wanted those shield guys. It's all I need.
During the week,
you can just wait. I mean, they're going to be out by themselves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
During the week, we got GW's doing Grotmas, which is kind of an advent calendar. Day 3 was a Loyalist painting guide. The PDF itself is not that great. It just kind of shows generic marine poses and then kind of arrows to the thing and what they painted it in. The actual article itself is a little better in that it shows an actual painted model. But like most people kind of pointed out, this is pretty bland for a release. It's not an official release of anything special. It's just kind of there.
If you're wondering how to paint an army, I mean, it's a good way to kind of get you in on it if you don't know what you're doing.
For an advent release for a company, I think this is great because they're at least putting something out for Heresy. I think for a painting guide, it gives people a idea for the GW style of painting, which is different than what we normally do, but it's there for somebody to help get started off if they don't know colors at all. So I think for something that is free, that we weren't asking for, that we didn't know was coming, I think it's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think the funniest thing
absolutely
that Jacob pointed out was the fact that the Raven Guard don't use Corax Black.
that is funny.
There,
That is funny.
there was
But
an
I agree with
Ultramarines
Jack.
our recipe at one point that didn't use Ultramarines blue. So
Oh, good. I'll have to follow that recipe.
During the week, we also got the article that corresponds with the new Legions Imperialis book coming out. So it kind of details some of the fluff corresponding to this book. So salamanders and Iron Warriors slugging it out. And goes through the Urgal Depression and some little fluff elements to go along with the new book that came out. Not really on anyone's site except Amazon is a new book coming out called Words of War.
yeah.
If you want to talk goofy releases, this is up there. It's I think it says how long this book is, but it's filled with quotes of Space Marines
how much
and
is
a
it?
picture of a model that said it. Hardcover is $13 US.
That's a great stocking stuffer for my significant other. Does this game? I know I won't buy them the right thing. So let me get something to show that I support.
Yep.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, goofy little release.
many
Joy
pages is
Toy, I do not know.
64.
This does give me
Okay.
an idea, though, that we should totally do a parody one.
Oh, Lord. I'm scared.
Joy Toy dropped a bunch of Nurgle Marines. So we've got Plague Guard Icon Bearer, a Blighted Terminator, another Blighted Terminator, another Blighted Terminator. And then during the week, I don't know if anyone saw, the GW was doing this whole Ultramarines protesting that other releases were happening. So they released a clothing line to go with this. So it's just all the shirts they're wearing in the protest line. So more Ultramarines. We stand with blue collar Astartes. More Primaris Lieutenants more often. More Ultramarines more often, which is a shirt I bought and showed up really fast.
That is Duncan's shirt right there. I'm ultra mad.
Yep. There's Duncan's.
Yeah, we'll have to get him for that for Adepticon. Starforge dropped a whole bunch of stuff. So, first thing, Merry Sanguinalia to everyone. If you order anything Warhammer related, you get a free Sanguinalia themed paper bag.
Yay.
Cool.
I think.
In their
Maybe.
email for December, they said that if you type the code Astartes, all capital letters, and order over $50, you get a Vanguard Veteran Shield pin. And to go along with that sale, they dropped a couple different things. So we've got a Ultramarine Imperium of Man Skull Shrine necklace. So it's a little hourglass, and instead of the hourglass, it's two skulls. For $60, or if you get the steel chain, it's also $60. They also dropped the Adeptus Astartes Martyr Reliquary. So this is all those little goofy scroll cases you see on Space Marines. Now you can buy it as a keychain for $72.
I'm sorry.
Will not contain a scroll.
Yep.
The green
Comes
one
in
looks like
green.
it should be on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle: The Secret of the Ooze.
Super Shredder? What?
Ninja.
Comes in
ninja
green,
rap.
blue, or red.
Yep.
Does it come with real mutagen? I mean, Jesus.
No.
That's
Doesn't
pretty
come with real
odd.
Space
Can
Marine
I make
relics
my
either.
own? Was it Razor or Tonka?
Taka.
No car.
Globules not included.
Yep,
No
globules
globule.
not included.
Starforge is also branching out, and they've started doing Pacific Rim stuff. So if you're interested in that, they dropped a whole bunch of Pacific Rim stuff. Collector coin, Gypsy Danger ring, tumbler, shirts, pins, patches, dog tags,
A hard pass on all of the above.
Really,
Yep,
Tumblr? Tumblr? Come
Yeah.
on.
as
Ugh.
well as the Witcher stuff,
Next.
the little Witcher necklace. In kind of related, there's a Kickstarter going on right now for printable bases.
Ooh.
I know a lot of guys like to add these to their stuff. This is the Kickstarter is literally called 33 STL bases for D&D and War Games 2. This just kind of had some neat bases that were on there. Be really cool for display models. They're kind of over the top for gaming bases, but they'd be really cool for like a painting
diorama?
entry, or diorama piece.
Or something. Yeah, I was going to say something you enter into a competition. That's what that's kind of look like
Yep.
competition display bases. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
One of those looked almost exactly like the fancy base on that Sororitas that came out a few
Mhm.
years ago.
So there's 33 of those if you're interested. It's not terrible for 12 US. You get all 33 bases.
You had me at base toppers. You lost me at 33.
Yep.
Yeah.
Comet Lord Miniatures has announced a demon thingy. So it'd be cool for freak show demons if you're building those. It's a very large, I don't even know how to describe this thing. Demon man with two heads. he's got a normal looking arm, but it's got extra fingers coming from the arm.
I think the
and
easiest way to
shoulder?
describe this is he has a wet nurse level of fingers.
Yes, but it's not Kingdom
And-
Death, not safe for work. It is safe for work, but it's just weird looking.
Yeah, it's just kind of
It's-
weird.
It's like demon agnostic.
He's got a Todd McFarlane foot thing going on too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Victoria Miniatures is getting ready to make a Kickstarter for their Tannenberg troopers. Totally not looking like Mordians.
Oh yeah, Morty, not Praetorians. My bad.
I like that she's got the at ease and attention poses in the set. Anvil Industries is coming out with some Frogmen designs. So we've got the Russian designs with MP7s.
They're kind of cool, man.
They look like
American
Polish
meat.
Grom.
Yeah.
And then the kind of SAS looking guys. Army Painter has started to make bundles. So the first one they've come out with is the Emperor's Children bundle set.
Cool.
40K.
Just a bunch of mixes of pinks and
Any
teals
discount
and bronzes.
getting it?
I'm
or is it
honestly
just
curious
easy?
how much that's going to cause kerfuffle between them and GW, because they straight up say Emperor's Children and everything else.
And Chaos
So,
Marine Legion. Yeah, I don't know. And that's it. That is all the news, gentlemen.
well, it's not a lot of news, and I'm kind of glad of it this week. So, meat and taters.
Shaders,
Taters.
globules, what?
We've got a couple legions that we haven't talked about. We're still talking about them. So tonight, it's Blood Angels and Emperor's Children,
One of them's not safe for work.
and one of them's not safe for anybody if they think you might be looking slightly horsey. So we'll see. Where do we want to begin, gentlemen, and who wants to start us off there?
I'll start with the Blood Angels.
Sounds good to me.
So off the bat, their Rite of War. They have in Carmine Fury. On a turn in which they make a charge move, models with a special rule modify their strength by +1 until the end of the turn. Their special gambit is called Thrall of the Red Thirst. If this gambit was selected, the model was selected for may ignore any negative modifiers applied to their focus roll for any wounds lost, and each wound inflicted on the opponent has its damage characteristics modified by +1. But they gain no bonus to focus rolls for outside support.
I have a random musing about that.
Go ahead.
How about it?
How would that bonus damage interact with, say, Eternal Warrior?
Yeah, that's a good question.
There's a number of good questions there. I think it's all going to hinge on the word inflicted there, because oh god, that is nasty, because they didn't explain that one at all.
Yep. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
Their extra auxiliary detachments called the Revelation Host. It has a prime troop, a normal troop, and 2 elites. The troop slots in this detachment may only be used to select assault squads, and the elites can only be used to select Dawnbreaker or veteran assault squads. Their advanced reaction is called Wrath of Angels. It allows the reacting unit to move towards an enemy unit that targets it with a shooting attack. For armory, they've got access to Infernal Pistols, range 6, firepower 1, strength 8, AP 2, damage 1, pistol with Melta 3. And they've also got access to the Perdition weapons. Any model with the Command, Champion, or Sergeant subtype may swap out its power weapons for Perdition weapons for plus 5 points. The Blade of Perdition is a normal power sword with AP 3, damage 1, breaching 6 up, a flame 1. Axe of Perdition, -1 initiative, +1 strength, AP 3, damage 1, breaching 5 up, a flame 1. Maul of Perdition, -1 initiative, +2 strength, AP 3, damage 1, breaching 6 up, a flame 1. Spear of Perdition, +1 initiative, AP 3, damage 1, precision 6 up, a flame 1. And those are all classed as power and flame weapons. A flame is the thing that I don't have right now on my screen.
It is basically panic, but for melee weapons. So if you get hit with a flame weapon, you suffer an additive negative modifier to your morale check at the end for the value listed in parentheses.
Okay.
They also
It's
have,
okay.
yeah, they also have access to the Iliastus assault cannon. So any model with the Blood Angel trait from either a veteran tactical Centurion command can swap it out for plus 10 points. Cataphractic Terminators can swap out Heavy Flamers for plus 10 points. Predators can take it as a turret for free. Can swap the turret mounted to an Elastus for free. Legion Pinto weapons can take it for 20 points. And Leviathans can take it on their nipples for plus 30 points.
And if you go into the legacies, we get it back elsewhere as well.
Yep.
Yes.
So the basic Elastus has 2 modes of fire. So sustained fire, 24 inches, strength or firepower 3, strength 6, AP 4, damage 1. Heavy firepower, breaching 6 up. It's an auto weapon. Maximal fire, 24 inches, firepower 5, strength 6, AP 4, damage 1. Heavy firepower, breaching 6 up, and overload 1. The twin Elastus, which is the ones that come on the
Predators.
Leviathan?
Predator.
Oh, it's just just on the Predators, on the turrets.
Yep.
Sustained fire is 24 inches, firepower 6, strength 6, AP 4, damage 1, heavy firepower, breaching 6 up. And maximal fire, 24 inches, firepower 8, strength 6, AP 4, damage 1, heavy firepower, breaching 6 up, and overload 1.
Hey, that's kind of in sustained fire. That's a nasty little defensive weapon.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Random question because it's relevant. How does overload impact against a vehicle now?
Let me pull up my
Is it-
special rules doc.
I don't honestly know, because I don't equip my vehicles with stuff that gives overload. But that's just me.
It's
So
the only
honestly, I-
weapon on a vehicle that I can think of that has overload, right?
Plasmas.
No, there's plasmas and some other stuff have it too.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Uh,
it functions like regular overload, and you take a
For
hit.
vehicles, apply the hit against the lowest armor value.
Okay.
Their special prime trait is called Revenants. They gain Fear 1. So not terrible.
No, it's actually kind of nice.
So their special character, their special stuff. Let's start with the inductee because they're kind of new. You start out with 10 you guys. You can add an additional 10 for 9, or start out with 10 for 100. You can add additional 10 for 9 points apiece. Basic Marine stats, but 2 attacks. Leadership and Cool 7, Willpower and Intelligence 6. They have Vanguard 2 and Eaters of the Dead. They come with Bolt Pistol Chain Sword. They can swap their Chain Sword or Heavy Chain Axes for plus 5 points. For every 4 models in the unit, they can have Heavy Chain Swords, again, Power Weapon, or Charnable Sabers. For every 4 models in the unit, they can swap out for pistols. They can also have a Vexilla as well as Legion equipment. The Eaters of the Dead special rule. Unit containing any models with a special rule may perform a unique aftermath option. So as part of the resolution subphase, the winning player controls, they can choose to, they may make a cool check, and then they can do the thirst. A leadership test must be immediately made for each enemy unit that is not part of the combat and has models within 8 inches of 1 or more models from this unit. If the leadership test is failed, then all models in that unit gain the routed status. So basically, you just kind of sit there and eat the dead. Kind of neat.
It fits. It's fun. It's fluffy. It's kind of limiting, but it's not bad limiting.
Yeah. They also have access to Crimson Paladins, an elite choice. For 225 points, you get 1 Exemplar and 4 Paladins. You can have up to 5 additional Paladins for 40 points. These are basically Cataphractic Terminators with weapon skill 5, toughness 5, 2 wounds, 3 attacks base. Leadership and Cool 8, Willpower and Intelligence 7, Leadership 9 on the Sergeant. They're bulky 2, Implacable Advance, Slow and Purposeful, Line 1, Deep Strike, The Blood is Forever. They come with a Power Sword and a Power Shield. They can swap their Power Swords and Shields for a perdition weapon for free. For every 5 models and units, they can have their Power Sword exchanged for an Iliastus Assault Cannon for 10 points.
That's one thing right there that got wonkied with the legacies in the Warrior. They actually made the Crimson Paladins Assault Cannon 15 points and gave them access also to a Heavy Flamer for 5 and a Plasma Blaster for 10. They can also get, you can have 1 for 5 on those. You can also get 2 guys in the squad swapping swords for fists or chain fist or 5 and 10 respectively.
And the Exemplar can take a Grenade Harness for 5.
Yep. That's one thing I really wish that they had actually not increased the assault cannon cost on there, but they did.
Yep.
I'm not really sure why. But that's that.
Yep. So the Power Shield reduces damage for wounds suffered. So when a wound is allocated to a model with the shield, the damage characteristics of the unsaved wound is modified by -1 to a minimum of 1. They also gain the shield trait. The Blood is Forever special rule. Models with the special rule gain a damage mitigation roll when they're outnumbered. When they're locked in combat with an enemy unit whose total number of models outnumbers them, a model with a special rule gains Feel No Pain 5 up. If outnumbered by more than twice their own number, they gain Feel No Pain 4 up. Any model that joins this unit that doesn't have the special rule doesn't gain the bonus. And does not count for the purposes of determining if they're outnumbered. Dawnbreakers, for 150 points, you get a Dawnbreaker and a champion and 4 Dawnbreakers. You can have 5 additional Dawnbreakers for 25 points a model. So these are Jump Pack Marines with weapon skill 5, leadership and cool of 8, willpower and intelligence of 7. It's the same for the sergeant. They have a 2-up save. They have a falling star spear and a grenade discharger. They're bulky 2, deep strike, and set the sky aflame for special rules. The Dawnbreaker champion in this unit may have its falling star spear changed to a perdition weapon for 5 points, and every model in this unit may have melted bombs for 25.
They also let everybody swap out their spears for a pair of Equinox blades, which are +1 strength initiative. Sorry, +1 attack modifier, regular strength, AP3, D1, breaching 6. I don't see why you would want to throw those on there, honestly.
Yep. Because the spear is +1 initiative, basic attack and strength, AP3, damage 1, impact strength, breaching 5 up. The grenades come in frag or crack. Frag is 12 inches, firepower 1, strength 4, AP 6, damage 1, blast 3. The crack is 12-inch, 1 shot, strength 6, AP 4, damage 1. And those are both assault weapons.
I just want a public service announcement this unit. Do not run them into Terminators or anything with a 2+ armor save.
Yeah,
No.
last edition, they could Gensu damn near anything. Right now, no. I mean, they really can't.
And their special rule that has caused some conundrums is the set the sky aflame. A unit with a special rule cannot be intercepted by distant enemy units when they arrive on the battlefield. When the unit with at least one model with the special rule is deployed via deep strike, and its target of a shooting attack made as part of an intercept advanced reaction, no enemy models over 12 inches away from any model of the unit that was deployed via deep strike may make a shooting attack as part of that intercept advanced reaction.
Yep. That includes attached characters. So,
Yep.
There you go.
Angel's Tears. These are a heavy assault unit. For 150 points, you get an Arch Earl-Lim and 4 other Earl-Lims, and you can take 5 more Earl-Lims.
Earl.
Just call them Angel's Tears. That's what I do. It's so much easier rather than using some made up word that is hard to pronounce and confusing.
All
Yeah,
words are
these
made
are
up.
assault marines.
Is a tier.
These are basically assault marines, weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, blah, blah, blah. 2 attacks, leadership and cool 7, willpower and intelligence 7. The sergeant gets a leadership buff. They come with 2 Volkite Serpentas, rad, frag, and crack grenades. Deep strike, bulky 2, vanguard 3, bitter duty, and firestorm. Any model in this unit may have its 2 Volkite Serpentas exchanged for a grenade launcher at +10 points.
And per legacies, thank God, you get your assault cannons for 20 points a piece. You also get other stuff, but really, I don't care about those. I just care about the ones I already built. All of 40 of them that have assault cannons.
Well, the other weapons to make them, you can swap for heavy chainsaws, heavy flamers, rotor cannons, or Elastis assault cannons. And the sergeant can take sergeant melee weapons, and the sergeant can swap one of its Volkites to a plasma pistol for free.
Yeah.
The fancy grenade launcher is 18 inches, firepower 2, strength 4, AP 4, damage 1, poison 2 up, phage toughness. Their fancy dreadnought is 200 points. Movement 8, weapon skill, ballistic skill 4, strength toughness 7, 6 wounds, initiative 4, 4 attacks, leadership 12, cool 10, willpower 7, intelligence 5. So 2 up, 5 up. A pair of Talons of Perditions and 2 heavy flamers. Bulky 7 explodes on a 4 up. And deep strike. You can swap both its heavy flamers to 2 melta guns for 20 or 2 assault cannons for 30. The paired claws are base initiative +2 strength, AP 2 damage 2, a flame 2. And the boost pack, when this model makes a rush move, it gains the anti-grav subtype for the duration of the movement phase.
have words. I'm not going to use them. I
Well,
feel
definitely got a downgrade.
I will use them. Yeah, he got murked. He got murked pretty hard. You can't use the boost pack to really keep up with the jump pack assault army anymore, which you could before once. So kind of sucks.
I almost think he should be able to charge after he rushes or something to make him kind of cool.
Right now, he's stuck with the same kind of gimped bit that most dreads are in. He's not as good as he used to be. He's not overbearing as you kind of think he could be, and he's still costed way more for what he does.
Yep.
And comparing him to regular other dreadnoughts, he doesn't have a regular fist. He's got the talons of perdition, so he's striking at initiative. So that's nice.
Melee isn't what it used to be.
No, it's not. Now I do like that you can swap in the pair of assault cannons in there, but if they made it twinned, I think it'd be better. But I'm not really complaining. All I know is that the ones I have that I've built that I think are really awesome models because they're really incredibly beautifully done from GW. Mine are just going to sit on the shelf. But that's just a personality thing. I mean, I think the army with him needs a tweak. But again, that's just me.
Starting off the crap ton of special characters, we've got Dominion Zephon for 185, movement 12, weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 5, strength, toughness, wounds 4, initiative 5, 4 attacks, leadership 10, cool 9, willpower 9, intelligence 9, 2 up, 4 up. He's officer line 2, bulky 2, deep strike, and eternal warrior. Comes with a bunch of fancy stuff. So he's got Lament and Grief, the Spiritum Sanguineus, Rad, Crack, and Frag Grenades. His ranged weapons are Lament and Grief, range 10, firepower 6, strength 5, AP 5, damage 1, Defilgrate 5, and stun 1. His sword, the Spiritum Sanguineus, or Sanguis, strength modifier +1, AP 2, damage 2, reaping blow 1.
He's not bad. That Eternal Warrior is definitely not bad at all. It's only Eternal Warrior 1, so that's, again, not a problem. He does have Officer of the Line 2, so that's nice. The model's great for converting off. Yeah. He's better than your generic Predator or a generic Predator.
Yep.
And he's got the jump pack, so.
And he's not high command, so you're going to have to fill him with that spot.
Bingo.
The other command slot is Aster Crone for 155. Weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 5, strength and toughness 4, 3 wounds, initiative 5, 3 attacks, leadership 9, cool willpower and intelligence 8, 2 up, 4 up. He's also officer line 2. And he's got Ghost of Safe. He's got 2 hand flamers, a siphon shard axe, frag, crack, and rad grenades. The axe is attacks +1, strength +1, AP 3, damage 1, breaching 4 up. And his special rule, the Ghost of Safe, allows him to avoid being removed as a casualty. The first time he's reduced to 0 wounds, roll a die. On a 4 up, he's not removed, and he's returned to life with 1 wound.
He pulls a Logan.
Yep. He's not bad either.
No, and the model form's actually also really cool for doing conversion work off of, if you want to build special stuff. So that's one reason I like him.
Their high command choice, Prowleron, for 180. You get a weapon skill 7, ballistic skill 5, strength, toughness, wounds 4, initiative 5, 4 attacks, leadership 10, cool 9, willpower 9, intelligence 9, and 2 up, 4 up. He's got in Carmine Warblade, Combi Flamer, Bolt Pistol, Frag and Crack, and the Archine of Wisdom. In Carmine Warblade is Strength +1, AP 2, Damage 2, Impact Attacks, and Critical Hit 6 up. And the Archime of Wisdom is a special gambit. It says you gain a positive modifier to your focus roll equal to the number of successful hit tests made by your opponent in the previous strike step of the current challenge.
Yep. So the more they hit you, the the faster you're going to go.
Yeah, but being weapon skill 7, I don't see that modifier getting that high.
I think that's kind of the point. They're not really wanting him to be overpowered. I mean, they'll hit you, say you're facing off a regular predator or a regular praetor. That regular praetor hits you twice on average, depending on the number of attacks, because you're hitting on 5 up. So now you have an initiative modifier next round of +2 to your initiative. Still means that you're going to wipe him out, more than likely. It just makes you go faster and you're going to do your thing quicker. It's kind of fun. It's not like it was in the second edition where you could select a warlord trait from another legion, but it's fun. It's flavorful. It shows he adapts and reacts. It's fluffy.
Yep. And then the Great Angel himself, Sanguinius, for 485. Movement 16, weapon skill 8, ballistic skill strength, toughness, wounds, initiative, and attacks are all 6s. Leadership 12, cool 10, willpower 10, intelligence 10, 2 up, 4 up. He's got Frag and Crack and Infernus and the Blade and Carmine. He's bulky 6 with Deep Strike and Eternal Warrior 2. And he's got Anti-Grav. You can either have the Blade and Carmine, or you can have the Spear of Telesto and the Moon Silver Blade. So Infernus is range 18, firepower 2, strength 8, AP 2, damage 3, melted 12, but it's only one shot because it's limited 1. The Blade and Carmine is strength modifier 1, AP 2, damage 2, critical hit 5 up, and impact attacks. The Spear is -1 initiative, -2 attacks, +3 strength, AP 2, damage 2, armor bane, and shock suppressed. And then the Moon Silver Blade, basic initiative, attacks and strength, AP 3, damage 2 with duelist edge 1. His gambit is Angelic Descent. It can only be selected prior to the first focus roll of a challenge, and only if Sanguinius has made a successful charge. During the following focus step, Sanguinius' controlling player gains a positive modifier to your focus roll equal to the variant of bulky X that the enemy model is engaged in a challenge with has. For example, if they're bulky 3, you get +3. And then his sire is Sire of the Blood Angels. If he's part of the army, the controlling player may apply the following additional special rules to all auxiliary, apex, and primary detachments. If four more troop battlefield role slots in the primary detachment are filled with assault squads, then all force organization slots with troops in the primary detachment are considered prime. Furthermore, if a model with a special rule is part of an army, the following special rules are granted to all models with the Deep Strike special rule and the Blood Angels trait. Once per turn, when the controlling player of a model with the special rule makes a reserve roll for a unit with only models with the Blood Angel trait and the Deep Strike special rule before the reserves roll is made, that player can modify that roll by +1. And it just says you must deploy them via Deep Strike.
Yep. He's a
beat stick that helps drops.
He's the specialist, greatest hawk boy ever. They also got some really cool units in the Legacies PDF.
Did we do Aster Toe? I don't even know how to pronounce
Aster Prone? Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yeah, so Legacies brought us a Sanguinary Guard, 5 guys for 205, and 5 more for +40. This is a retinue. 12-inch move, weapon skill 5, 2 wounds, 3 attacks, leadership 8, Cool 8, Willpower Intelligence 7, and a 2-up. They've all got Perdition weapons, bolt pistols, frag and crack, bulky 2, and deep strike. They can swap their bolt pistols for a combat shield for +2 points. Or they can swap them to infernal pistols for +10. One of them can take a Legion pistol. They can all have melt-a-bombs for 25. For every 5 models in the unit, one model can swap out their Perdition weapon for a Paragon blade for 15. And then one model may swap its Perdition weapon and bolt pistol for a standard. And a power weapon for 15.
Yep.
The other retinue is the Ophanim Court. This is 0 to 1. You get 3 Ophanim for 130. You can take 2 more for 40 points. These are basic Marine stats, except weapon skill 5, 2 wounds, and 3 attacks. Leadership 9, cool 8, willpower 7, willpower 8, 7 intelligence, and a 2-up. They've got the Blade of Judgment, bolt pistol, combat shield, frag and crack, Shadows of Judgment special rule. Shadows of Judgment, when a model with this special rule is engaged in a challenge, it has the Duelist Edge 1 and Feel No Pain 5-up special rules. These guys are all champions, by the way. The Blades of Judgment, +2 strength, AP 3, damage 1, breaching 5-up, critical hit 6-up. They can also take jump packs. For the squad becomes 1/3 or 160, and adding in the guys is 10 points. The only stat difference
Is their move.
is their move. Yeah. Usually they change the soft stats too, but they didn't on this one.
Yep.
And that's it for the Blood Angels.
So I think the Ophanim are kind of they're kind of in a difficult spot. I mean, you have them. They're each champion, so that's nice. They can take and issue challenges, but none of them have an invulnerable save. They can't even get a combat shield, unlike the Sanguinary Guard. They're also limited in size to 5 guys. So I'm not really a huge fan of them, honestly. They're nice. They're a cool thing to build, but I don't think they're really all that special.
Is this one of those PDF units that they put out? Like,
yeah, so it's a legacy unit. Then they did a PDF on them.
Well, I'm saying it was. I know it's
about a year and a half into second edition.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. I think the Sanguinary Guard are interesting, but they're expensive.
Yeah.
And again, they're in the same kind of issue that Dawnbreakers have, where they've got the 2-up, and they're nice for Ginsu against regular Marines, but they really depend on anything special to make them be able to fight 2-up themselves. And you have to.
Paladins are really weird too.
Yep. I think the Crimson Paladins are overall a better choice, unless you are going all jump pack all the time, which is absolutely viable and makes these guys better in movement. But between the two, I think I'd rather take just a veteran combat assault squad. Just me. They're not a retinue, but they're what they are.
Yep. You want to take the Emperor's Children?
I mean, I could. I absolutely could. So the Emperor's Children. They're purple. The end. They're purple. They're perverse.
And they're black.
And sometimes they have gold. Yeah. So
do you like purple? Do you like tentacles?
If you do, you're probably gonna like the Emperor's Children. So I'm gonna hit the armory first. They have surgical augments, which are sonic shriekers. Any model with champions or command can get one of them for sonic shriekers for 15 points, or sonic lances for 10 points. The sonic shriekers are when you make a charge move, the target of the charge cannot be selected to make reactions until the charge has been completed. So that's nice. You're howling madmen coming down, or howling, screaming hentai at them, whatever, or you're just yelling memes. We don't know. We don't want to know. That's kind of nice. The Sonic Lance, it's a template weapon, firepower 1, range strength 2, AP 5, damage 1, breaching 6 up, and template. It's Sonic and Assault. I think the idea to have that is there to give you something cool for a weapon for when you're coming in. I think it complements well when you're going into an aggressive assault heavy army. But beyond that, I think I'd rather just have a regular ranged weapon. They have, as we all know, the Phoenix weapons. The Phoenix Power Spear is a +1 strength. Is available to anyone who is command, champion, or sergeant. Can have a power weapon exchange for a Phoenix Spear for +10 points. It's +1 initiative, no attack modifier, +1 strength, AP 3, damage 1, impact, reflects damage, and it's breaching 6+, and it's just a power weapon. Tartaros Centurions can be swapped out to Phoenix Wardens. If you take them in a prime slot, it gives them must have its combi bolter and power weapon exchange for a Phoenix Power Spear for free, and you gain skill unmatched. And the rulebook is page 137. I don't have my rulebook immediately handy, so I can't go looking that up.
What do you need?
Page 137. Skill unmatched. Your Legion Tactica is flawless execution. You gain an initiative bonus when you successfully charge. On a turn when you make a charge move, you gain an additional modifier to your combat initiative of +1 till the end of the phase. Great. Combine that with your Phoenix weapon and your Phoenix Spears, and you are striking even faster. Your Gambit is Paragon of Excellence, allows you to get a +2 modifier on the focus roll in the first round of a challenge. It's only available during the first face-off step. After that, you're done with it, but it's +2 on the focus roll. Your additional attachment is the Primacy Wing. That is a retinue. I believe that's a troop and 2 fast. Yeah, that's a retinue and a troop and 2 fast. Your perfect counter. Your advanced reaction is perfect counter. You get to, this is reaction allows the reacting unit to charge an enemy that has made a charge. Once per battle, you can declare the perfect counter advanced reaction at the end of step 3 of the charge process of any charge.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. At the end of the charge process, if any charge declared by the active player that targets a unit with your stuff that is Emperor's Children, it's 1 point. Once it's declared, then you get to react and you charge. And the only unit that gets the charge is the unit that was declared as the actual charging unit. I might be wrong on the specific unit going into the auxiliary wing. Could someone look at the actual rule on that one and see which one is the guy with the sword and bolter? That's an elite. Okay, it's not a troop. My bad. My apologies, folks. I misspoke.
Yeah, it's a retinue elite and 2 fast attack.
Yep. So your Legion's Hereticus Emperor's Children, not your regular Emperor's Children, but the ones who are already descended down the path of lunacy. They have their own tactica, which is Lords of Prolificacy. You can choose a unit that becomes stupefied when it's the target of a shooting attack. And it gives you Feel No Pain 6 up. You get a +1 to your strength. You cannot gain tactical statuses. That if you are stupefied, you may not declare any reactions for that unit. You must make all shooting attacks as snapshots. In the effect subphase, you must make a cool check for each unit with the army that is stupefied. If the check is passed, they are no longer stupefied. So that's that. Your Gambit is Broken Mirror. When it's selected, the controlling player doubles any bonuses from outside support and also gains a bonus when stupefied. If the model, you gain double the normal modifiers from outside support during the focus, and if you are stupefied, you add an additional modifier +1. So if you're listening to all of the voices and they're telling you what to do, then you can absolutely go faster, because that's pretty much all it is. Their additional detachment is Brotherhood of the Phoenix. That's a high command, a high command, a high command, and a regular command, and a Primarch. So, yeah.
And one of those, prime high command and 2 normal high commands. That's a lot.
Yeah, a prime high command. That's beefy. And if you take that, you cannot have a regular warlord detachment. And you must have, it's got a point limit of 3K or more, and you must include Fulgrim Transfigured if you bring that. So that's what you get.
So you're playing, that's a pretty, I mean, I know it says 3,000.
That's expensive.
That's a very
expensive. Yeah. Your advanced reaction there is it allows you to become stupefied when you are charged. You may declare it at the end of step 2. You spend a reaction point, and when you're charged, you're stupefied. You gain 6 up, feel no pain for the duration of the assault phase. Sorry, 5 up, feel no pain for the duration of the assault phase. I'm going to skip over Fulgrim and Fulgrim Transfigured, and I'm going to hit the actual units before hitting the characters. You get your Phoenix Terminators. They're a retinue, 200 points for the base, 5 additional ones at 35 points each. Movement 7, weapon skill 5, ballistic skill strength 4, toughness 5, 2 wounds, 4 initiative, 2 attacks for the Terminator, 3 for the champion. Leadership and cool are 8, willpower and intelligence are 7s. The champions are 9s. The champion is 9 on leadership and cool. And you're a 2 up, 5 up. And that's because you're in Tartaros armor. You are armed with a Phoenix Power Spear. You get bulky 2 and skill unmatched. You can have, if all models of this unit have the traitor trait, all models can have the following selected, which are Sonic Shriekers for 5 points a model and Sonic Lances for 5 points a model. Your skill unmatched, this would be where it was referenced earlier, is when locked in combat, you have an additional special rule applied until the end of the phase. You can select Perfect Strike. If you select it until the end of the phase, weapon skill characteristic for each model of the unit with this rule, so not attached people, only the ones in the unit, is considered to be 1 point higher than normal when determining the score the model needs to hit. In the strike step of the challenge sub-phase, or in the make a hit test phase for resolving initiative step phase. Does not actually modify your weapon skill characteristic, but it does that. Only makes it better for you to hit. And the Perfect Guard, if you choose that one until the end of the phase, weapon skill characteristic of each model in this unit is considered to be 1 point higher than normal when determining the score, and opposing model needs to hit you. So you can choose to be able to hit them better or make them hit you worse. And since you're already weapon skill 5, it's kind of a bump. But you get one or the other, not both. Given that they only have spears, it's not really that super thing for going up against other really high-end elite Terminators. But for regular guys, you'll Ginsu through them for power armor. And for Artificer armor guys who don't have shields in any way, you'll cut through them fairly well with just those spears as well. They're, for their price, what they can do, pretty damn beefy. Palatine Blade Squads, 165 for 5 of them. You can get 5 more guys for 28 points per. Base movement is 7. Weapon skill is 5. Ballistic skill, toughness, strength, all 4s, 2 wounds, 4 initiative, 3 attacks. Leadership for all of them, including the sergeant, is 8. Cool is 8. Willpower 7. Initiatives 7. 2 up for your save. No invul. You get a Palatine Blade, Bolt Pistol, Frag, and Crack. You get Vanguard 3. Your sergeant in this one gets champion and sergeant, so that is kind of nice. Anyone can have their Palatine Blade swap for free for spears. The sergeant can swap his bolt pistol for anything from the Legion pistol list. If you are traitors, you can have Sonic Shriekers or Sonic Lances, all of them for 5 points per. Palatine Blades are plus no initiative modifier, no attack modifier, +1 strength, AP 3, damage 1, breaching 5 up, and duelist edge 1. They're solid. They're good. They're not bad at all. They're fun. And then you get the Cacophony, which are a support unit. You get 5 guys for 150, 5 more for 25 more per. Movement 7, weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness, all 4. 1 wound, 4 initiative, 1 attack. Yeah, here's where we get a little off. Leadership's a 9 for everybody except the sergeant, who's a 10. Cool is an 8 for everybody except the sergeant, who's a 9. Willpower and initiative is a 7, just 3 up regular armor save. They get their gun, which is called the Cacophony. They all have sonic shriekers and bolt pistol, frag, and crack. They have no special rules, except they can only be used for traitors. So, loyalists, Emperor's Children, sorry, you can't have the screaming madmen. The weapon is the Cacophony, range 36, firepower 3, range strength 6, AP 5, 1 damage, overload 1, stun 2, critical hit 6+. So for 10 of them, you're shooting out 30 shots that are going to stun and cause critical hits on 6s. So
And
it's not
interrupting roll and runs, right?
Yeah, it's only stuck. It's stuck at AP 5, so it's not the rending open tanks thing it is in the fiction, and it's not the quite as good as it used to be able to rip open Terminators and all that, or have a higher AP, but it does the job. Character wise, I'm gonna go with Loyalist first. Saul Tarvitz. Everybody liked Saul Tarvitz. I liked Saul Tarvitz, and I'm a traitor player. 215 points, movement 7, weapon skill 6, and he's a high command. Sorry. No, he's just a regular command, not a high command. Movement 7, weapon skill 6, bliss skill 5, strength, toughness 4, 3 wounds, 5 initiative, 4 attacks, leadership 10, cool 9, willpower 9, intelligence 9, 2 up, 4 up. Charnable broadsword, nemesis bolter, bolt pistol, frag and crack. He's a loyalist. He has hatred traitors, officer of the line 2, and a brother betrayed. His charnable broadsword, no initiative or attack modifier, +2 strength, no AP at all. D1, breaching 5 up, duelist edge 1, and it's a charnable weapon. His special rules, a brother betrayed. When a model with this special rule is in a challenge with an enemy model with the Emperor's Children, World Eaters, Sons of Horus, or Death Guard trait, you get to choose the following gambit. The gambit can only be selected during the first face-off step of a challenge, and if you select it until the challenge ends, unlike a lot of the gambits, this model's weapon skill is modified. Weapon skill, strength, and toughness are all modified by +1. So at that point, he becomes a weapon skill 7, strength 5, toughness 5, except with his blade, which is at that point strength 7. So he becomes pretty beat sticky when he goes up against his former best friend Lucius, who happens to be next. 215 points for Lucius, movement 7, weapon skill 7, ballistic skill 5, strength, toughness 4, 3 wounds, 6 initiative, 5 attacks. Leadership 9, cool of 8, willpower of 8, intelligence of 7. We all know that should be like a 4, but that's just how it is. Save of 2, invulnerable save of 4. Blades of Lucius. His special rules are the faultless blade. He also has a bolt pistol, frag and crack, and he is a traitor.
No.
You can give him sonic shriekers for 15 points. His blades are no initiative or attack modifier or strength modifier, just AP2, D2, and duelist edge. Faultless blade. He gains a increased benefit from the Paragon of Excellence gambit. If the Paragon of Excellence gambit is selected, add +4 to the modifier to focus instead of +2, because he really spends all his time dueling everybody. I'm just not going to make a comment on Lucius. I've never really liked that character, and he was presented in the fiction in an unpleasant way pretty much the entire time, so
I'm surprised that, like Eternal.
Is he worse than Erebus?
No, it's not that he's worse than Erebus, who I actually dislike pretty much above almost every other character I dislike. He's just presented as annoying. And I find that
Yeah, like a pompous prick.
Yeah, pompous and annoying. That's how I would describe him. So he does have a cool model, though, so I will give him that.
Most of the Emperor's Children models are pretty badass.
Yeah. You get Eidolon next. He's a high command for 215 points. Movement 12, weapon skill 6, ballistics 5, strength and toughness of 4, wounds of 4, initiative 5, attacks 5, 10 leadership, 9's the rest of the way down. 2 up, 4 up. He has Gloria Eterna, an Archaeotech pistol, Sonic Shrieker, the Death Scream, Frag and Crack. He's a traitor. His special rules are impact, affecting his attacks, bulky 2, and deep strike. He's also got a grav. He's anti-grav. His weapon is Gloria Eterna. It's a masterwork hammer, -2 to initiative, no attack modifier, +2 strength modifier, AP 2, damage 2, critical hit 6 up. And Death Scream, which is a template weapon for his yelling at people. Firepower 1, range strength 3, AP 5, 1 damage, template, breaching 6 up, and pinning 0. So if he yells at you really loudly, you're going to be pinned. Maybe. Ooh, all right. I'll do Fulgrim, regular Fulgrim first. Fulgrim, 425 points. Movement's 8. Weapon skills 8. Range, his blitz skill 6. Strength, toughness, wounds, all 6s. Initiative 8. Attack 6. Leadership of 12. Everything else is a 10. 2 up, 4 up. He's got the Lernen Blade and Firebrand. He's bulky 4, Sublime Swordsman, and Eternal Warrior 2. And obviously, he's a traitor. Now, this is not the Transfigured. This is just a regular old Fulgrim. Firebrand's his pistol. It's range 15, firepower 2, range strength 2, AP 2, 1 damage, shred 5 up, and deflagrate 6, and it's a Volkite. His Lernen Blade is no initiative modifier, no attack modifier, no strength modifier, AP 2, damage 2, duelist edge 1. Kind of basic for a Primarch. His Sublime Swordsman rule is in a challenge, his attack characteristic is modified if his initiative characteristic is higher than his opponent. While a model with this rule is taking part of a challenge, you gain, when you have the challenge advantage, you modify your attack characteristic by +1 for each point of your base initiative that is higher than your opponent's base initiative. Not modified initiatives, but base. And given that he has an initiative of 8, you're likely to stack attacks on top of those 6 he already has. And he has Sire of the Emperor's Children. When you're in the army with everybody everything is Emperor's Children, you get the following rule. If 4 or more troops are filled with tactical squads or assault squads, then all force organization troops gain the troop role, are considered prime. A unit that includes only models with this gains an additional +1 combat resolution if all models in that unit are not within the controlling player's deployment zone during the resolution subphase. If the mission being played doesn't define deployment zones, which would be really odd, the controlling player gains this bonus when not within 12 inches of their battlefield edge, or if no battlefield edge is specified, a battlefield edge that is selected prior to the first turn. So I'm taking off on a tangent here. That makes me think that GW might actually plan to eventually release a mission of scattering troops or units across the entire table without actually having deployment zones. That's the thing I find most interesting about this, because it specifically lays out a mission that there's missions that possibly might exist without deployment zones. They haven't released those missions yet, but this makes me think that it might be something they would officially consider in the future. And to me, that's really, really interesting. Then we have Fulgrim Transfigured. He's 600 points, movement 14, weapon skill 8, ballistic skill 6, strength, toughness, and wounds are all 7. Initiative remains 8. Attacks are 7. He's 12 on leadership, 10 on cool, 12 on willpower, 8 on intelligence. As he got demonified, he got a little bit stupider. He's a 2 up, 4 up. He's got the Blades of the Phoenician. He is Scion of Corruption, Avatar Perfection, Deep Strike, Eternal Warrior 2, Fear 2, and he is Anti-Grav and Malefic. His weapons, he has no options to take anything else, by the way. His weapons are Blades of the Phoenician, Decapitating Strikes, no initiative modifier, no attack modifier, no strength modifier, AP and damage are 2. Critical hit 6, duelist edge 1, and sundering blows. initiative modifier of -2, attack modifier of 3, strength modifier of 5. So that takes them to strength 12. AP of 2 and damage of 4. Scion of Corruption cannot be included in the same army as regular Fulgrim. Avatar Perfection means he must have a challenge declared for him and may use heroic event or intervention reaction without expending a reaction point to jump into each and every challenge he can. Let me jump over to the legacies real quick. That is page 6. The regular armory options are included the following now. For officers and Legion sergeants, you can get a Phoenix Rapier for 15 points, which is initiative 1, or no initiative modifier, no attack modifier, strength modifier, AP 3, damage 1. Impact improves your damage to 2, and breaching is 6+. Phoenix Terminators can get 1 grenade harness for 5 points. Your Palatine Blade Squad can have any model unit can have the blades exchanged for a power weapon or a power rapier for free, a Phoenix Rapier for free. And Cacophony, your Orchestrator, which is the sergeant, can get a Chainsword for +2, a power weapon for +10, and a Power Fist for +15. Their additional units are 86. The Palatine Blade Aquila Squad, 195 points base, jump pack, 5 more guys with jump packs for 33 points per, movement 12, weapon skill 5, ballistic skill, strength, toughness, all 4, 2 wounds, initiative 4, attacks 3, leadership, cool, willpower, leadership and cool are 8, willpower and intelligence are 7, 2 up, no invulnerable save. You get the Palatine Blade, bolt pistol, frag grenades, crack grenades. Your sergeant on these guys gets champion and sergeant. Your other special rules are Vanguard 3, bulky 2, and deep strike. Any model can have the Palatine Blade swapped out for a power weapon, a Phoenix Rapier, or a Phoenix Power Spear for free. The sergeant can have its bolt pistol exchanged for a regular Legion pistol. And if you're traders, everybody can get Sonic Shriekers or Lances for 5 points per each. Then you get Rylanor. Yes, Turkey. I know you have Rylanor. This is your chance to use them again. Still, 180 points. Rylanor, the Unyielding. He's a good old-fashioned Contempt of Dread. Movement 8, weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, strength and toughness of 7, 6 wounds, initiative 4, attacks 4, leadership and cool of 12. Willpower 7, intelligence of 5. Doesn't really fit, but whatever. Save 2 up, invulnerable 5 up. He's got an assault cannon and a fist with a heavy flamer. He's a loyalist. Bulky 6, explodes 5, implacable advance, and vengeful hate. Vengeful hate, he can fight in a challenge when Fulgrim is the challenger because he really wants to slap daddy around. If you're locked in combat with an enemy unit that contains Fulgrim or Fulgrim Transfigured, you are eligible to have Rylanor take part in the challenge. In such a challenge, if Fulgrim or Fulgrim Transfigured is the challenger, Rylanor must be the one challenged. So Rylanor gets jumped on by Fulgrim, and in that challenge, Fulgrim gets base +4 for his focus. So it doesn't really make Rylanor all that great for challenging. Maybe if it gave him some other bonuses during that challenge, that would be neat. But as it is, he's just base weapon skill 4, so he's going to struggle hurting Fulgrim at all. And then what everybody hated last edition, the Sun Killers. They're 0 to 1.
Everybody's favorite Sun Killers.
They're 0 to 1 for the Sun Killer Sergeant and 5 guys, 65 points, up to 15 more at 10 points per. Movements of 7. Weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness is 4. They're no longer ballistic skill 5, thank God. 1 wound, 4 initiative, 1 attack, 8 leadership and cool, 7 willpower and intelligence. The sergeant has a 9 on leadership and cool. They're just 3 up saves. They come with bolt pistols and frag and crack grenades. Their rules are heedless and designated quarry. You can swap every single model for the following, but everybody has to have the same. A Volkite Culverin, 15 points. A Plasma Cannon, 25 points. A Multi-Melta, 25 points. A Las Cannon, 25 points. The Sergeant can have a Sergeant Close Combat Weapon. One Sun Killer can get a Vexilla. 2 Sun Killers, other than the one, can get regular Legion equipment each. Their designated killers rule. Models to this rule can have their ballistic skill improved once per battle against a specific target. So before making a shooting attack in the controlling player shooting phase, the controlling player of this unit that did not move in the previous movement phase may select an enemy unit with the vehicle type as the unit's designated quarry. When the unit with this special attack makes a shooting attack, they get +1 to their shooting attack for their ballistic skill for that one shot and that one phase. Yeah, so you can use them to pop a Titan pretty good, since you can have 20 of them with Las Cannons who haven't moved, which would then improve their damage. So shoot them at big things.
Improves their ballistic skill.
Yeah, shoot them at big things. So you could have ridiculous amounts of shots at something big. But that's it. And that's the Emperor's Children. Not my favorite Legion. But purple, gold, and black does look kind of nice.
They look fantastic.
Yeah.
When done properly, they look absolutely amazing. And that Fulgrim model, the Fulgrim Transfigured, is beautiful.
Most of them
Huge.
are. The Terminators are good, and the Palatine Blades are good. I mean, like, most of their line is good. Like, just the sculpts. Even with them being older models, they're still...
Yeah, they absolutely are. They've got a lot of options, and they've got their own unique characters, obviously. And they've got their generic Praetors. They're fun. They're cool to look at when painted up. They're amazing. And they always look really impressive on the table because you just don't see that much purple anywhere. And done as a whole bunch of people I've seen doing them with kind of a cracked marble on the white, it really makes them look cool as hell. Anybody got thoughts or comments on the Emperor's Children or Blood Angels?
I haven't seen any Emperor's Children yet this edition, but I know that definitely the Sun Killers were the big bad last edition.
They were. I'm kind of glad they got nerfed the way they did.
Yeah, and they kind of took a definite hit price-wise, like everyone did for man-portable heavy weapons.
Yep. And it kind of makes sense for them, too. I mean, they're bringing everything in line with everyone else. So where everyone else is, like the Iron Warriors, Iron Havocs became Bliss Skill 4. These guys also becoming Bliss Skill 4 makes sense. It fits. I think they're having the ability to bump themselves up to Bliss Skill 1, or bump themselves to Bliss Skill 5 one time for one vehicle target makes a lot of sense. Bringing down something big like a Mastodon or a Fellblade, something, or a Titan of whatever size that's really out there being threatening as hell. It works. It's cool.
I can say that I've honestly never seen an actual Trader Emperor's Children army.
Really?
Ever, or
Because
just this
if
edition?
if you look through the books, Istvan 3 hits, and they immediately go freaky deaky.
Yeah, they do.
And I don't think I've seen a single army that kind of represents that.
So you've not seen a single representation of the Freaky Deaky, huh?
No, I've never seen the X-rated Emperor's Children army.
So, everybody, you hear it first. Brian is asking for X-rated Emperor's Children army.
I demand
Buy
it.
some Kingdom Death models and call it good.
Kingdom Death model.
God, no, please don't do that.
Wet nurse for Fulgrim? What?
No, but you don't want a wet Fulgrim.
Do snake Primarchs use wet nurses?
You know, I don't want to know, and I'm happy not ever finding out.
That's not fun.
No. So I think the Blood Angels overall got kind of gimped a little bit, but they're still highly effective in some ways. They're just not really good at punching through a lot of armor. 2-up armor saves. They're not really good at punching through that with their elites.
They will always struggle against Terminators unless you take the normal anti-Terminator things.
Agreed. And I kind of think that Emperor's Children are in some way kind of similar. They're not really as capable against 2-up armor or really Terminators. They're Tartaros Terminator special guys. They're nice, but they're not quite as potent as they're made out to be in the fiction. But nothing really is, unless you're, the Imperial Fist or the Sons of Horus. Strangely enough. But yeah, they're kind of cool. Anybody got anything else?
I think Death Guard have plot armor.
Yeah, okay, Death Guard have a lot of plot armor, and it actually comes through really well with their durability. I will agree there. I'm referring specifically to their elite Terminators. The Huskarls for the Imperial Fists are good. The Justarin are amazingly good.
Dark Angel and
Grey Wardens are
Okay.
pretty awesome.
Okay. I know the Dark Angel ones are really good as well. So I think everybody, and Fire Drakes, again, still great. But when you stack everybody up against those 4, everyone else's Terminators, their Special Legion Terminators kind of feel a bit off, if that makes sense. They're not quite as good.
Some of them improved. I mean, I'm not saying they're great. But the first ones were absolute total trash, and then now they're okay.
Yep. I will straight up say that I think the Red Butchers did get better this time. I will admit that. I don't think the Night Lord Wardens got any better at all.
No.
But
Atrementar?
The Atrementar aren't.
Originally, they were only 1 wound.
Yeah. And originally, they were only weapon skill 4. Oh, wait. Yeah, they still are. Which doesn't make sense to me. But again, it's what it is. They're not really good. The entire Night Lord's Legion isn't good against fighting elites. They're good at torturing civilians.
You're ganging up on people.
Being scary and ganging up on people, which the current rules do actually make sense too. Anybody got anything else? Anything special? Any other comments? No?
How close is Duncan to having a new army?
It's the final countdown.
So, referring to the final countdown, yeah. I am opening up the window.
Well, while you're doing that, we've got something else that requires that.
Okay, cool.
So
we currently have, not counting ourselves, for those of us who are in it, we have, for John, 38 people.
Yep. And right now, because we ran a contest that no one entered, so all of our patrons get a free entry into the giveaway for the paint shaker. Out of the 38 people, I've got them here pulled up. I'm not going to share.
It's a legit paint shaker. It's not a Duncan paint shaker.
Correct.
It's not some nonsense.
It is a legit plug in the wall, push a button, and it shakes paint for you, paint shaker.
I think I saw that on a YouTube video once.
Sure.
Is it black? And...
Jamie, give me a number between 1 and 5.
1 and 5.
Or no, I'm not going to stream it because we've got the names on them.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 29. Matthew Boyce.
Moist?
Congratulations.
Matt. Yeah.
Go, Matt.
Send me your address and contact information over Discord, and I will get your paint shaker mailed out to you promptly.
Yay! Way to go, Matt. And for those who are wondering, we currently have, as it works and thinks at me, we have 59 total. 2 of which are actually inactive, and we have a total of 40 paid. It says 41, but one of them isn't actually a person. They just canceled. So we have 40 paid and 58 or 59 total people on the Patreon.
Is that including
Thank you.
Jack's wife and children?
That's including all the people Jack registered.
Come on, people.
And you can
Jack?
make Duncan suffer by signing up for our patrons.
Jack, it's time to bring back in all those kids that have been disowned.
Well, I think that covered it for this episode covering Blood Angels and Imperial Children, along with a large news update because we took a week off. So with that being said, unless there's any last minute things that we need to do, I think, John, it's safe for you to take us out of here.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this, the 151st episode of the Heresy Accountabilibuddies Podcast. If y'all have any recommendations for legions that we should cover, please send them along. Otherwise, we'll just keep going through the list we've got. I'm John. Tonight I've been joined by
Brian.
And Duncan.
Jack.
And Jamie.
Oh, we did forget to do event shout-outs. So I'm running the Texas Open on January 16th, 17th, and 18th.
January 24th. Alabama Bama Heresy's having an event. It's a 1 day, if I'm not mistaken. Blake just got the rules packet out for all the missions and everything this weekend. So check out Bama Heresy. It has more information about it.
Neat.
And always remember to stay accountable to yourselves, to your buddies, and your hobby in that order. And we'll talk to you next time.
We should totally